season, and they want to end their home fixtures and at least end their season on a high note and put the disappointment behind them. Hello to you and a very good afternoon from a sun-bathed Orlando Stadium. Escortinis Kamaminzela. It is the home of Orlando Pirates, who this afternoon welcome a team that are chasing ambitions of their own. That is TS Galaxy, who are looking to secure a place in the top 8 of the Betway Premiership. Well, and the Pirates will be bitterly disappointed though with how their title challenge fizzled out. But there were a lot of mitigating factors. The schedule certainly didn't help, and having to fight on multiple fronts also took its toll on the players, and the squad was really tested to its limit. TS Galaxy, well, will be very happy with the way that this season has gone for them, and could have been even better and may even still be better depending on how they play this afternoon as they feature in their very final match of the season. So all to play for. Alongside me for this afternoon's match is Brian Mate, of course a legend of Orlando Pirates, and he will be watching this one with me. We'll bring him in and get his thoughts in a moment as we'll take you through the lineups. Then so now I can tell you that there have been only one change made by Mandla Nagazi, who takes full charge of the side for the first time following the departure of Jose Rivero, who said his farewells in midweek. One change, Patrick Maswanganyi included in the starting lineup, and out of the starting lineup, and in fact out of the match squad, drops Makahleni Makaula. That is the only change from a team that got the emphatic 3-0 win over Lamontville Golden Arrows last time out. And Inspector Avatsoma Basa means he will carry on. He seems to have found his goal-scoring touch yet again, and he will lead the line this afternoon. On the bench, London Pirates have included some players who made their debut. A player who made his debut in midweek, Tuso Muleleki of Orbit, signed formerly from Orbit College, of course, and also a player who is amongst those on the bench, Azola Chobeni, who has been recalled, of course, from his loan spell out at JDR Stad. TS Galaxy have made two changes, I can tell you. Makaile Mncube makes his debut this afternoon at right back in place of Captain Marks Munyai, and Seluleko Mahlambi will be running down the right wing with, he's one of the two changes. Out go Max Munyai and Keegan Dolly, who is on the bench. Max Munyai is dropped from the match day squad. Brian Mate, just get your thoughts then as Orlando Pirates prepare for this match in terms of what will be going through their players' minds now that the title has been won and lost.
Let me borrow from your words. Let's put up a show. They've got to come up and put up a show, redeem themselves. Of course, the title is gone, but they've got to come up and put up a show. Do they have the personnel? Yes, they do. Orlando Pirates. Patrick Maswanganyi, they mentioned, very influential in the midfield. They need to do better in defense in Kosinati Sibisi. It is alongside Mbogazi, but it is Mabaso who is looking forward to being supplied and getting goals. As for TS Galaxy, let's all lead that front line. There is also Matangu in defense.
And we are underway. It is Betway Premiership. It's match day 27. But for TS Galaxy, it is match day 28. This is the last game of the season for the visitors. Orlando Pirates, the Buccaneers in all black, play their match number 25 for the current campaign. As Ditejane looking to showing real intent here are TS Galaxy. Match number 25 for Orlando Pirates, who, as I said, despite the title now having been settled, and the fact that Pirates can now not finish any lower than second spot, they cannot be caught in second, and they will certainly be participating in next season's CAF Champions League. Once again, they will have another go at that tournament, having suffered the disappointment of losing in the semi-finals.
There's lots of gains from that kind of experience for Orlando Pirates, having gone that far. Of course, there's a lot of gains to be taken out of the fact that they could not go all the way to challenge Mamelodi Sundowns. They had chances, of course, to catch up. They lost crucial games, but professionals.
This is the second to last home game for Orlando Pirates. They will finish at home on the 28th against Magesi, as they are still continuing to play catch up. The champions Mamelodi Sundowns will wrap up their Betway Premiership campaign tomorrow afternoon, and will also receive the trophy. Back to the game at hand here. It's Orlando Pirates on attack here now with a corner. Mufokeng finds Mabasa on the near post. Some poor marking there, and Mabasa did not punish and just didn't get the kind of contact that he wanted. It was a very tight angle. Tekofatu Mabasa, of course, was amongst the goals for Orlando Pirates in that 3-0 win. The 3-0 win over the Montfort Golden Arrows. He scored the opener in that one. There's a crosser. It's plucked out the air with ease by Sipo Chain. Kanya Lithuania operating down this left-hand side of defense, where he plays as a wing-back. Normally you would have Max Munyai bombing down the other flank. As a man is taken out here, the referee has taken a more lenient view of things, just give them a warning. It's a first challenge in anger there on Maswanganyi.
It's going to get some special attention. Maswanganyi is more operating on the right-hand side. But if there's a player who normally gets the permission to roam, it is Maswanganyi. Currently, of course, on this right-hand side.
Of course, a busy afternoon of action in the Betway Premiership, as the penulti of the two last rounds. Traditionally in the league, we have all the teams are playing at the same time. Not so this time around. As I mentioned, Sundowns will have their celebration and final match of the season tomorrow. Pirates will not be playing their final match until the 28th of May. So from that point of view, it's not as we have become accustomed to. So, but we do have 6 matches underway this afternoon, and we have a goal out in Polokwane West. Kukune United have taken the lead against the Nedbank Cup winners, Kaizer Chiefs. Kukune United, of course, are chasing that third spot. They are currently third, and they want to lock down a third spot in the Betway Premiership. Currently, it came into this weekend on 45 points, just 1 point ahead of Stellies.
That's Eric Tinkler. Didn't have to do much, just pick one or two things. The team is right up there. Got to consolidate.
The club that he left, or Cape Town City, are in deep trouble. They're currently sitting in 15th in the playoff position, and they are 3 points behind Golden Arrows who are in 14th spot. And they have played one more match than Golden Arrows, so they are in deep trouble. Cape Town City.
Guraf, that's the Betway Premiership for you. Your position is guaranteed for any team. I mean, I guess the Sundowns fans will say that we've been guaranteed. Of course, it's the hard work they've got to put in and the mindset. Serial winners, of course, Mamelodi Sundowns. Pirates had the opportunity.
Here is Hotto, closed down by Sibilibili.
Yeah, Nakasibi. It's going to be an interesting battle. He always enjoys going forward. Hotto, you ask him to go and defend, he's quite capable as well.
Yes, of course, Natisibisi wearing the captain's armband again this afternoon for the Pirates. Emotional week it's been for the Pirates players and supporters and management, no doubt, having said their farewells to Jose Rivero, the man who took charge of his 84th match in the Betway Premiership as Pirates coach, in that 3-0 win over Lamontville Golden Arrows, and recorded his 48th victory through 15 matches and lost 21 in those 84 Betway Premiership matches. And of course, last Saturday, suffered his first ever defeat in the Nedbank Cup, did Jose Rivero. Here is Rele Mofoki, closed down quickly. They could win some more back slips as he tries to get the pass away. Rele Mofoki had a very good game against the Arrows.
Well, they had to make up for that. I thought he was pretty absent in the derby. They neutralized him. Had to put up a show. Bounced back.
Bogazi came a late inclusion in the squad, well, in the senior team this season, but what an impression he has made. Here's Mohaungot.
Solid, Bogazi. He's got good players around him. He's got good leadership. He's got Sibisi and Koki at some point. So he comes in and he settles.
That's a great ball out wide to Dion Hotto. But Galaxy come away with it. Galaxy, who haven't played for 10 days. Their last outing, a 1-0 defeat at home to Richards Bay. Bitterly disappointing outcome for them. And that's so they'll be much fresher and much more rested than Orlando Pirates, who played twice since TS Galaxy were last in action. I mean, Adnan Beganovic, the coach of TS Galaxy, was bemoaning the fact that they would have to wait a whole 10 days before they play their next match. He says it just takes momentum out of the players. And it's almost, as he was describing it, he was saying it's almost like you're going into a second pre-season.
I agree with him. And he was saying earlier on that they'll probably be fresher. Perhaps not, because they'll probably be rusty. When you stay for that long without playing, training on its own, it doesn't help. You need to build up that rhythm and that form, that sort of consistency. That's crucial for players.
It's actually been almost 2 weeks since they played. 13 days ago they last played, the 4th of May.
That, of course, they've got a fixture where they can reignite themselves up against Orlando Pirates. There's a lot at stake, of course, on their side to try and consolidate their top 8 position. 10
minutes gone here. This is the 10th meeting between the two sides since Galaxy were promoted to the top flight in 2020-21 season. Ball floated in here to the back post. Could be a chance here. Well, he had all the time in the world, just couldn't control it. Mncube, Kalihle Mncube, making his first appearance of the season.
You're right to say he had ample time. It's the control as well, because he had to wait for it to go down a little bit for him to unleash that volley. And when he had that time already, there was pressure coming his way and just couldn't get it that down.
Former captain of the reserves, Kalihle Mncube, that is the team that competed in what was then the MDC, Multi-Choice Disky Challenge, now the DSTV Disky Challenge. Should have done a lot better there, Mncube.
What a success story Disky Challenge has been.
Yep, no team knows that more than Orlando Pirates. They have certainly produced quite a lot of talent via that competition. Promoted the likes of Rele Mufuki, Mahankota, Bogazi, all out there. So as I was saying, since 2020-21 season, when the TS Galaxy were promoted, this is the 10th meeting between the two sides. Pirates have a 5-3 lead, and as far as the head-to-head is concerned, 5 wins to 3. Only one match has been drawn. Could be a chance here. This is a good-looking run here. Still going, and the keeper well positioned to make a comfortable save in the end. Impressive run there from Sbilibili.
Good press. But of course, Rene will be relieved because the first touch wasn't that good. Didn't protect the ball when he controlled that ball. So that should be a relief for him, because you lose possession in that sort of area. It's inviting, it exposes the defense. Bailed out in the end by Chain.
Pirates on a run of 3 matches unbeaten. In fact, they've suffered only one defeat in their last 8 matches. They've won 6 and drawn 1. Just a loss to Sekhukhune United at home was their only defeat in that run. Now, see what Galaxy can do to take out on the ball. Mncube. It's Ntwenyo. They've given it away. Pirates can come away with it now. Mahankota. As Galaxy look to keep them at bay. And it's just got a bit of the ball there as the national team coach Hugo Bruch is in the building alongside his assistant Herman Kalele. They are regulars at Betway Premiership matches, are the Bafana coaches. Free kick against Orlando Pirates.
Well, there's a lot for the players who are out there in terms of noticed by the national team coach and his technical team.
Tijani wanting to play the 1-2 there. Maswangagi closed down and brought down.
No time on the ball. They know his strength. They know what he's capable of doing. Keep in space. And there is no time. Up against Mncube. Aerial presence. Physical stature of most of this TS Galaxy players, from defense into midfield.
Begezeli Mbogazi was known to his admirers as the TLB. as Dlamini is brought down by Mube. Tabelo Dlamini also on the score sheet in midweek in that win over Lamontville Golden Arrows. Good running here from Kota, the chasing down was in Kota, and cleverly done there by Kanya Lithuania, playing the ball off Kota for a goal kick now.
The game plan so far from GS Galaxy is not to allow Pirates time on the ball. Put them under pressure when you give them time and space. That could be deadly. So far so good for GS Galaxy.
Now, ball floated in. That side looked like a foul, and indeed it is a foul. Again with a wry smile. Scored in the meeting between these two sides back in October. A 2-0 win for Pirates away from home. The other goal scored by Talin Dembata. Renamo Mofokeng on 5 goals this season.
The president, you call him President Yama 2000.
President Yama 2000.
Yeah.
Coco Melon.
Coco Melon.
What a season he's had.
Fantastic.
There are a number of players in this Pirates squad really that have stood out. I think have impressed. One of them not in the matchday squad, and that is for me Makatlini Makaula has been one of the really impressive players for Pirates this season. Renamo Mofokeng, and that list Dion Hotto is another that comes to mind.
You're absolutely right. There was a point where there was Opa Manyes and there was Andy Lejali, and he came in and he took over that kind of position for the Pirates.
Let's have a look at this now from Letsoalo. Couldn't find the pass. Bogazi stands his ground. Referee waves play on as Pirates keep it going. Look at him, Bogazi still going. Showing a turn of pace as a big man. And the square ball is cut out. TS Galaxy players not happy, felt there was a foul by Bogazi. The referee just felt that was a man being strong on the ball there.
He wins the ball. Look at the run that he makes. Makes a good run. A speed there.
Well read and cut out then defensively. It's a corner though for Orlando Pirates. Second corner of the game already going to the home side here. They take it short. Away from the danger area. Maybe it's a chance for them to break.
So it's that time of the season where we're talking consolidation of your top 8 position, and those that are at the bottom consolidate, try and save yourself off relegation. And news is that it might be a bit of a problem to team for Cape Town City.
Yep, they are behind Cape Town City in their match. They have just conceded the opening goal for Cape Town City. I can tell you Stellies have taken the lead as well in their game against at home to SuperSport United. Cape Town City away to Polokwane City are now, in fact, they've taken the lead. They have Cape Town City correction then, so that they are doing their cause a great deal of good. They're out in Polokwane. The team from the mother city, goal scorer there, Daun Gonzalez, and for Stellies, Sabile Barnes has given them the lead. John Otto, Celeb. Pirates give away possession and then win it back and then give it back away again. 20 minutes into it.
I think the instructions on the TS Galaxy players, particularly in the midfield, is to try and not give time on the ball. The Pirates players in particular, Maswanganyi, Rele Mufuke.
Now, sliding in there to make the clearance. Now, Sibisi. Ball finds its way through to Rele, who couldn't control it. A chance now for Galaxy to break with Mahlambi. That's a great ball. Offside. Offside flag was up. And what good ball whipped in from the right hand side to find Victor Letsoalo.
Did Sibisi know that there's possibilities of an offside? Look at how casual that he was up against Letsoalo, a man that is known in the Free State.
There is a man who whipped the ball in Seluleko Mahlambi. If it sounds familiar, that's because he is the younger brother of Pagamani Mahlambi. And you can even see it now when he runs. You can see the resemblance there in terms of stature, body stature as well. He's making his first start here. Is the younger Mahlambi, 20 years old. You can all remember when Pagamani burst onto the scene at Big Vestavets. What promise he showed. Suffered a terrible hamstring injury early on in his career. As we have a look at Nkota, couldn't pick out the pass to find a teammate as Ditejani looks to run away from his marker, that being Maswanganyi.
It's going to be an interesting battle. There is Sandy on that right hand side. Of course, you'll need cover from CVC.
So two debutants in the starting lineup for TS Galaxy. Mahlambi on the ball now, along with the right back, Kylie Hlemnuba, who is not quite playing as a right back though this afternoon. There's another player who might well also make his debut on the bench, Thiago Walters, who's a left back. Nkota. Dlamini in space, Dlamini working it wide to Rele Mufuke. Either side holding on to position for too long here. A couple of passes and then possession is lost.
There's a sign of maturity on the side of TS Galaxy. They are able to gauge the temperature of the game and just drop it a little bit from a defensive point of view to try and reset themselves properly and vary how they play. They don't. The build-up phase looks good, but they also know that they have Letsoalo up front that they can supply.
That came off, that would be a Pirates throw, that came off the TS Galaxy player. TS Galaxy never beaten Pirates away from home. In other words, they've never come away with a win at this ground. But they've not enjoyed much joy at this ground. I think they've won one goal that they've scored away from home against an under Pirates Galaxy, and that was in the 1-1 draw, their only 1-1 draw, which was in their very first season in the Premiership back in 2020. And since then, this is not a venue where they've had much joy. You see the early numbers indicating the Pirates' dominance or possession. The Galaxy have shown a threat of their own, especially coming down that right-hand side with the pace of Mahlambe. Donato with a body check there, nothing given.
I think the referee wants to have the game flowing. We're going to buy into being tricked with some soft fouls. Wants to keep it flowing.
So for the third successive season, London Pirates will finish second. And for an 8th successive season, Mamelodi Sundowns are the Betway Premiership champions. Total domination, 15 times that they've won the title in the Premiership era. Unprecedented numbers. One wonders whether they will ever be replicated or repeated.
We hope that that happens in our lifetime.
It's a season that promised so much, though. For Orlando Pirates, they started off very well, unbeaten in their first, winning their 7 opening matches. Pirates, and it looked like they were going to give Sundowns a run for their money, and were doing so. And then, well, a combination of issues, particularly with the scheduling, I think contrived against Orlando Pirates, where they found themselves at some point as much as 18 points behind Mamelodi Sundowns, but also had to have with a bunch of games in hand, as they currently still do. They have Pirates have played 3 matches fewer than Mamelodi Sundowns. We'll have this unusual situation, unusual but not unprecedented. We've had that happen before. I think it was a couple of seasons ago where Pirates also finished their Premiership program after everybody else had finished theirs.
I think for me, when I assess the whole success that Sundowns have had, there's a whole lot of things. I mean, key things we'll talk about now.
Mabasa looks up and was trying to play in Relemo Mofokeng.
He's one-footed, because I thought the better way to play that cross, because of it becomes a game of seconds, would have been with his right foot, and he tried to slice it with his left foot. That was pretty awkward for him.
As we await the first goal here, Stellies have a second against SuperSport United. Whoa, that spells trouble for SuperSport United, who themselves are in a spot of bother, especially with Cape Town City having taken the lead in their game. It means that they will be level on points with SuperSport United, only goal difference separating them. So this is not a good scenario at all. Devin Titus has made it 2-0 to Stellies against SuperSport United. It's going to be a very nervous final day then for the teams there at the bottom, and that would include, I would say, Magesi down, from Magesi in 12th going down. All those teams will be in a relegation battle, possibly come next weekend. Well, a relegation battle, I mean a playoff battle, because the team that finishes in 15th goes into a playoff, and there will be no team automatically relegated following the expulsion of Royal AM. Serulego Mahlambe. This is Pirates' record in the last 8 Premiership seasons. This will go down as they are on course to win their most games in a single campaign. Victory will see them reach 58 points for the first time since the 2011-2012 season, when they finished with 57 points.
It'll be an interesting scenario to be part of a workshop where they analyze their success story, the challenges, mistakes that they've made, the character that they had in certain games, And I've looked at and I've done a comparison. I think when you are a Sundowns or part of Sundowns, it's always been about the mentality of the players. And being exposed to the Champions League has actually helped as well. Sundowns in terms of strengthening the mindset of the players. Pirates are part of it now. We can only expect maturity and that drive from the Pirates players going forward.
Yep, the wait for their 5th Premiership title continues. 2012 was their last title win, and since then they have finished second a total of 4 times. This season will be a 5th time that they finish second since winning the title.
And often I've had the coaches and both Pirates or former Pirates coach and the Sundowns coach to come out. We didn't play well, but we got the result. And there are times where you're going to get the results, play ugly, but get the results. You've got to be that street savvy. It's coming for Orlando Pirates. It just takes a bit longer. Sundowns are saying we are the commanders in chief.
This is going to be the first portion of the game then. Referee flashes his card, and it's Kurmani Damani, who's been one of the standout players in this TS Galaxy side. This has been his first season in the Premiership, and
what happened?
What's happened? Clumsy there. Decides to handle the ball.
Probably embarrassing for him.
Rather embarrassing.
It's more embarrassing. He actually went straight for it.
Comes the first player into the book then. Referee in charge, Joseph Makubo.
Otto territory. I've seen him score a scorcher. Almost a similar distance.
I think there's how many players on the ball? There's 4 that are quite capable from this range. Tanindem Bata is all power. Kabelo Dlamini will be about placement. I see.
So is Otto. So 2 players for me. There's Dlamini and Otto now.
There's one.
For Rele, it will be to carry around the wall.
Because he is right-footed.
Yeah.
So 2 left-footed players. Rele removes himself from the equation now. Let's see what routine they're going to go for.
Otto and Dlamini.
Very difficult now here for the keeper and the defenders to know which one will hit it. It is Otto, and it comes off the wall, which takes a vicious deflection off the wall, but also took the sting off the shot. And easy for Iratape.
Good distribution as well. He's got the presence physically and of course in terms of the height.
Look how quickly Dion Otto got back into position. He was the man who got underneath that ball with the clearing header, having taken the free kick himself.
It's got a V8 engine. Very durable on that left-hand side. Defensively and offensively also. There was a comment made by the coach to say, when does he ever get tired, this guy?
Yes, super fit. He's been such an asset. His versatility has been a major asset for Pirates this season. The turn of TS Galaxy to attack now. Looking for a probing pass, but then could be in a bit of trouble here as Pirates look to break too long for Ngoda. And it's Damani that gets underneath it.
He's another specialist when it comes to dead ball situations.
10 minutes to go to the break. Still locked at 0-0 here. Must be very difficult to get themselves up for this one for the Pirates players. As I said, knowing that it's nothing really at stake. Second slot, second position has been locked and wrapped up Pirates. But as I said, for TS Galaxy, they want to make sure of that place in the top 8. Traditionally, 40 points does it. Will secure you a top 8 spot. They are on 34 right now. So I would say now that it's a 28-team league, but this time around that there's only 28 teams, or rather 28 games that the teams are going to play, we might find that even 36 or 38 points might be enough. They're currently on 34 points in 5th place, locked with the tied with Amazulu at 34 points. Polokwane is sitting a point further back. Currently in the 8th position is Chippa United, who are 4 points behind TS Galaxy. As you see that set piece again.
Not high enough to go over that wall. Deflection, of course, could have thrown the keeper. Chape Ira off, but recovered quite well. Sangani seems to be okay. At some point he was out of the Pirates team because of the hamstring injury that he had sustained.
So the far side of the field is in bright sunshine, and the fans on the far side of the stand enjoying the autumn sunshine. When the sun does dip behind that, as it starts to dip, it does gets cold very quickly. Especially out here in the Lando Stadium, there's a stream nearby that tends to blow in a very cold wind in the winter. As Rele Mofokeng gets a clap in the face, and that'll hurt with the braces and all.
Yeah,
that will really hurt. Oh no! This is unnecessary. Maduna and Mofokeng. Maduna putting his head in the face of Mofokeng there. As I said, because he wears braces now, the contact, it looks is even worse because it looks like he's cut his lip now.
I think he has, but the headbutt from Maduna.
Yeah, that one, if the referee had spotted it,
if he had spotted it, he should be walking.
The referee will, Makubo will have words, Mr. Makubo. Just tell him to stop it, play nicely.
Yeah, but can you also talk to Maduna?
Oh, he's talking to both of them.
Not to headbutt.
So there you go.
Children.
They will continue with a drop ball here for Pirates. Especially Maduna lucky to get away with just a talking to there. Extremely lucky, because had that been spotted, it may well have been deemed violent conduct, that headbutt. And I mean, just for putting his hand in a player's face, that is a yellow card offense. So
the headbutt is on its own, it's a red card.
Yeah, when I was before the headbutt, I mean, that he should have had a yellow for the hand in the face of Rele Mofokeng. And then the headbutt after that would have seen him, I mean, it may not have made contact, but intent alone could have been seen as violent conduct and could have taken out. There was the Tejani. Bad challenge by Bandi Leshandu. It was a bad challenge, and he will be booked for it. No surprises there.
Well, I think he knows that he's going to get booked. He's delaying to stand up, trying to suggest that he's injured. But, pretty naughty there. This game has had stop, start, stop, start. It hasn't been free-flowing. Trying to cancel each other out. Confirmation of that yellow card for Bandile.
Yeah.
Shandu.
Second player then into the book. First Pirates player into the book, and this is why. It's just a bad challenge, clumsy.
I've always said, read the situation. Was there a need to commit that tackle? The answer is no, because that's a challenge from behind. There's no danger there. Just putting yourself under pressure.
So this is
the Maduna situation.
Yeah.
Hand in the face. Well, that on its own, of course, that was not deliberate. But then the headbutt, for me, that's where the problem is that I had.
In fact, there was contact there.
Yeah, there was contact.
Very lucky. As I said, the hand to the face, you say it was not deliberate, but I don't know that the referees take that view of these things these days, when a hand in the face is immediately a cautionable offense. Even if you argue that you were trying to hold off a player.
I also think that based on the kind of challenge that he was engaging in, there was no way that he could go there with his arms just closer to the body. There's no way that he could have done that.
Matuna now with his free kick, and the glancing header is wide of goal from Letsoalo. 5 goals for Victor Letsoalo this season. Galaxy's second leading scorer, Dejan Zaimovic, with 8 is their top scorer. He's on the bench this afternoon. What a great debut season it's been for the Bosnian.
He's pretty much settled. They play for him when he's in the field or play Zaimovic. Got the aerial presence. He's also back full of tricks as well. Scored some spectacular goals.
It's been a real find for them.
He has.
Minimum of 2 minutes, we are told, will be added at the end of this first half, where good work from Daman.
We've seen energy, TT. Sorry, we've seen energy, but we haven't seen the both sets of goalkeepers being tested.
No.
So far, we haven't. We've seen the energy from the players, but what is the main goal?
I think the expression you're looking for there is more perspiration than inspiration. Tape and Sipotane have both been untested in this opening half of what is the penultimate, in fact the final match of the season for TS Galaxy. They've had to wait nearly 2 weeks to play this game.
I guess in the back of their mind is to say, can we get a result here, and perhaps hope that we don't come out of the top 8 and stay there.
Maruma Gallants lead Chippa United by 1-0. Chippa United, who started the weekend in 8th spot, might well find themselves slipping out of there, depending on what happens with the results elsewhere. In fact, they will slip down to 9th, with Gallants moving above them into 8th. What a job Wadu has done, the Moroccan coach has done since taking over at Maruma Gallants. He's now got them on the verge of qualification for the top 8.
Stellar job. I mean, he's had to come in, stabilize things, build a structure, improve the posture of the players, and there are certain fixtures that he will probably think about. The fact that he's played Orlando Pirates and beat Pirates, and the boys have just expressed themselves, responded to his method, his style of play. The posture improved. He's done well.
Limping off the field there for further treatment is Nhlanhla Mkaka. Mandla Nagazi is taking charge of the side once again, having done so first in 2021. Between August 2021 and June 2022, Mandla Nagazi was the head coach and made way for Jose Rivero, who will forever be a club legend of Orlando Pirates, will Jose Rivero, for the work that he did in the 3 seasons he was with the club. 5 trophies.
Yeah,
finishing second on 3 occasions.
And not only that, I mean, you look at the fusion of young players with the senior team and how he's gotten them to perform the level where they are. Mofokeng, Kota, the list goes on.
But all good things come to an end, they say, as Mabasa just showed too much of it to the defender. Rele Mofokeng had made a run on his outside. Tejane, there's some, I'll tell you what, some meaty challenges in there. It's a bit feisty. There's a player down there for Pirates. It's Bandi Deshandu who's down on the deck.
Mabasa is up. Let's have a look at Shandu. I thought Mabasa took time there. Tempers are high.
Yeah, the referee will need to, I think, have a strong word here.
It's pretty hectic, and I can tell you, both sets of technical committee.
So much for a game that is little at stake. Tempers flaring there on the sidelines between players and technical teams.
I think there's a case here. There's a challenge, which I thought it was a illegal challenge, Shandu. He's a strong boy. He'll soldier this one. It's not on the ankle, it's just more on the toes.
Well, the good story, the good news is he is on his feet. There's Adnan Beganovic who had his own view on that coming together. We believe so referee will allow. Play will continue now. Shandu is ready to continue. Left to will allow him to come back onto the field. Oh, who's going to be booked? It's Beganovic. It looks like will be booked. Beganovic has already picked up 3 yellows, by the way. So that makes it his 4th yellow. So I would imagine this might mean he will not be able to sit on the bench in the opening match of next season, since this is their last game of the season. Picks up his 4th yellow card. He's also checked in a former Pirates player himself, of course. He comes on and on the side of TS Galaxy. We'll confirm for you who is replaced in a moment. So back underway then. If you've just joined us, Orlando Pirates are the ones that are blacking Ngane and attacking the goals to the left of your picture. TS Galaxy are in their change the way strip of the turquoise kit as Rele Mofokeng unable to bring that one under control. It was a great ball into the box to find him. Billy did some good defensive work. Comes to Rele Mofokeng again. Little ball over the top. Onside is Hotto. Can he get a cut back in there? Iratape. Oh, he's lost it. It's Tape. And a scramble there. The referee intervenes.
Good start to the second half.
Lively start.
Listen, so much energy for both sets of players. Pirates saw possibilities. Desperate time for TS Galaxy. Lost possession in crucial moments. Good build-up from Orlando Pirates. Stylish, elegant in getting into the box. Appeals for offside. No, it wasn't. Hotto hesitant a little bit. Look at that. The commotion that is happening. The scrambling for the ball.
I thought he had it there, but he's let it go. He spilt it, and Shandu couldn't apply the finishing touch. And look at that. Everyone piling in Nkota.
Yeah, but are you allowed to sleep on top of the ball?
No, and I think that's why Nkota was
I think he's
making the attempt to clear it. There you go. As you see on your screen, your lineups are confirming the change that's happened at halftime. Melusi Ibtele is coming in for his 3rd appearance of the season. Sipo Chain withdrawn. And on the side of TS Galaxy.
The positive is that there's good energy from Orlando Pirates in the second half, already making inroads into TS Galaxy's box. Is TS Galaxy going to respond?
So look at that there, Mabasa, and coming together with Mahlangu, Macbeth Mahlangu. Stood on his hand there. So Orlando Pirates, of course, are looking to complete the double over TS Galaxy here if they can get the win. And if they do so, Pirates will have already completed the double over 5 teams this season: Golden Arrows, Kaizer Chiefs, Polokwane City, Richards Bay, and Chippa United. So TS Galaxy could become the 6th. I think in the cold light of day, when Pirates sit down and assess the season, there'll be a lot of positives. As I said, they're also on the verge of racking up their most number of points. If they can continue to win the remaining games, they'll rack up their most number of points in the PSL era. Already they are 2 points away from leveling their highest tally since 2011-2012, when they were champions. They were the last time they were crowned champions.
There was a point in the recall. Once they won one, they continued to make things happen.
Now, elsewhere, Cape Town City, fighting for their Premiership lives, have now doubled the lead in their match. Now, clears his lines, does Dion Hotto, who looks like he's had a change of footwear at the break, because he was wearing these bright orange boots, but I see he's gone for a change of boots. Relebohile Mofokeng. Now, this is a good looking run there. Tejani did well to stay on his feet. Pirates come away with it. Space and time here for Relebohile Mofokeng. Closed down quickly by Sibelebele, who seems to have the job on him. He's done a decent job thus far.
I think when I watched the final, I thought Chiefs kept him quiet. And watching this game now,
That's a good ball over the top if he can control it.
good recovery.
Needed a deft touch to bring it under control there. To bring it out of the sky, not an easy skill. And Tejani had managed to done well to get behind the defense. Sport United have pulled one back against Stellies. It's now 2-1. And Winelands there. Saturday Barnes and Devon Titus had given Stellies the lead at halftime. Super Sport have pulled one back. It's via an own goal by Devon Titus. Otherwise, it's as you were in the other matches.
playing to survive.
Nicely done here by Kabelo Dlamini. Mabasa. See the attempt on goal there. It's 4-3 in favor of TS Galaxy. Let's have a look in a moment at the more telling figure in terms of their attempts on target. Against Richards Bay in their last outing, TS Galaxy managed to only one shot on target.
There's an improvement this time around.
Now a chance to shoot and pulls it wide. And still only one attempt on target. That was some Gaga trying something from distance. TS Galaxy are winless in their last 5 league matches. They've drawn 2 and lost 3. So their best form has deserted them somewhat. Had a good run at some point at their TS Galaxy. This is their longest winless run this season. And that's after a 6-game run when they went unbeaten, drawing 2 and lose. Well, it's their longest unbeaten run, rather, or winless run since a 6-game winless run back in between September and November 2024. What's happening here as Mabasa is caught. Maduna, a bit naughty again there.
Very naughty. That's a late challenge. Right on the toes of Mabasa.
Maduna, who is, some may say, is lucky to still be on the field. Begezeli Bogas. Otto. This will be shepherded behind for a goal kick by Macbeth Assam.
One player that they haven't managed to engage enough is Victor Lechol. The man that's leading the front line is actually bleeding. The keeper to say, can you try and find me? Not too sure if he can compete aerially against Bogazi. But he can be deadly in the box.
TS Galaxy can fashion a win here as Tejan keeps this one alive, one support. Forced to go backwards. 10 minutes into the second half at the Orlando Stadium. This is home game number 13 of Orlando Pirates. They've won 10 of them, of the previous 12. Just 2 losses. And an interesting figure is that the Pirates have not drawn a match at home this season. In fact, they've only drawn 1 match home and away in this 24 matches that they played this season. They've only got 1 draw.
I think when they reflect on the season, there's lots of positives. There's improvements in certain areas, but what was critical is towards the end of the season, some of the games that they lost, which they shouldn't have or couldn't have under normal circumstances, knowing the depth in the squad. And that's been the difference, of course, between them and Mamelodi Sundowns. They've been very clinical in certain areas, but they also consolidate things in the first round.
Stellies and Skupune United are the 2 teams that have come here and won. The only 2 teams that have come to the Orlando Stadium and left with maximum points. Maduna. Nice cutting inside here. And Selepe doesn't fall for the trickery. Selepe there starting his only his 2nd match of the season.
So one of the good things that TS Galaxy has done so far, if you look at Mufokeng, he hasn't managed to be the supplier to Mabasa. If you look at Kota as well, hasn't been very effective on the right-hand side. So they've cut out the supply for the main strikers. Midfield-wise, they haven't been buzzing in terms of creativity on the Pirates, and that's where you need a Tito to raise his game and start making things happen. But for Galaxy, so far, so good.
Well, if they can get a win here, Galaxy will reach their second highest points tally in a single season. They had 44 points last season. So if they can get a win here, that will take Galaxy to 37 points. But more than that, if they can get a win here, it'll mean that only 2 teams will be able to catch them.
Let's have a look at this.
Urbana City and Marquesi, as we see what as Itejani catches Maswanganyi.
Yeah, with the knee. He's getting some touches, he's not going to get the booking.
Only 2 wins away from home this season for TS Galaxy. They've played 13 away from home. They've won 2, drawn 6, and have lost 5 on the road. And the Rockets now. Velase. Interesting. Jumps in the air and controls it on his chest.
That's confidence. Comes with experience as well.
Feigned the header there. Mabasa. Oh, great turn from Mabasa, and to get a ball away there as Kota fires it in, or rather Maswanganyi fires it into the side netting.
Still limping, but they tried to conjure something along the Pirates on the left-hand side with Mabasa being the supply.
Only 2 goals for Tito Maswanganyi this season in the Betway Premiership. Scored 5 last season in his first season over on the Pirates. Mention was talking about the away record of TS Galaxy. They haven't won a match away from home. Winless in their last 2 away matches.
Starts out, it's a foul. It's a Hofanzo. He's gone down, he's gone deeper into that midfield.
As we hit the hour mark here at the Orlando Stadium. Ouch. Catches him with the starts there, catches him Velase with the starts.
Isn't that a good offense?
I would have thought the referee had a card in hand, but it turns out he didn't.
He wasn't too far off me, actually.
Getting a rude welcome to the game. He will come on as a sub for Kylie Mlube was making his debut. Melusi Buthelezi lining up his defense here. Now he came on to replace. Let's have a look at this. Free kick first. First opportunity to really test Buthelezi. Shot there. Maduna. Still keeping possession here, TS Galaxy. Or looking for Maduna. Referee didn't like the challenge by Maduna on Dion Hotto.
it's still that kind of game that's not free-flowing. There's potential. You see the touches, the edges in terms of speed, and quickly it drops because of the kind of fouls that we're having, which breaks the momentum.
Now this is looking promising from Orlando Pirates. Kabelo Dlamini thought about the shot and then he pulls it wide.
If there's one man that you would have backed that he would get this on target, because he started a couple of times, scored vital goals for Orlando Pirates, Tito influential in this instance, setting up this man with a main grass cutter way off target. Here, Zalasia are going to make a change that hopes to influence the game. Pirates are lifting theirs in terms of their attack.
Selepe. Boaz. Well, this goal is desperately in need of a goal. Well, this game is desperately in need of a goal. Something to give, to lift the crowd. Rele Mofokeng trying to do exactly that. That's a wonderful ball to pick out Nkota. What a beautifully worked goal. Pure magic. Rele Mofokeng at the heart of it, started it, and with what a great ball to pick out Nkota, who put it on a platter, on a plate for Mabasa.
Talk about switching play, pinpoint pass that started, like you say, GT, on the left-hand side. The quick switch. Look at the switch. It's the switch, but again, it's the timing of the pass. Some would be saying maybe there was offside, maybe there was offside, but hey, we're marveling at the goal and how it was switched from the right-hand side or left-hand side onto the right, into the middle, the timing of the run as well, set up nicely.
Bandile Shandu.
It's Shandu that gets it right.
Bandile Shandu getting onto the score sheet and gives Pirates the lead. Just as I was saying, the game needs a goal. That's his second of the season for Bandile Shandu. And gives Pirates the lead. A bit more urgency that's been shown by both sides in the second half. And we finally have the breakthrough. Pirates scoring what is their 40th goal of the season. The only other team to have scored 40 or more goals is Mamelodi Sundowns. Pirates have scored 23 goals fewer than Sundowns. Now they'll go wide. What can Galaxy do in response? I mentioned their poor record away to Pirates. They've only ever scored once away to Pirates, and they've never beaten Pirates away from home. And that record looks like staying intact.
Feels he was fouled. I think he could have gone through based on the pace that he has. Otto still having conversation with the referee. Not happy at all. Starting to tear it up. Sekhopa Tomavasa being the point of reference.
Once again, Pirates showing their prowess as they bring on Spiwa Mahlangu for Puso Nitejani. Mahlangu is an attacking player. TS Galaxy now go in search of an equalizer. They bring on Spiwa Mahlangu, who's only got 2 goals this campaign. He was prolific last season by his own standards, and scoring 8 times. So in 27 matches this time, 2 goals in 28 matches, making it his 29th appearance today. Look at the attempts on goal. Still 1 on target for Galaxy. And they have to do better than that if they are to get back into this game.
Now the onus is on them, TS Galaxy, to take some risk and push more bodies forward. Because Pirates are leading. Pirates, of course, on the other hand, have got to defend their lead. It's the how part. Do they add numbers? It's too early. Keep the ball rotated, own it. Do they have the players to do that? I think they do.
TS Galaxy generally has scored most of their goal. They've scored most of their goals in the first half. 62% of their goals come in the first half. 18 of the 29. So, but here their powers of recovery are about to be tested. They've conceded first in a game for the 15th time in the league this season, and their record this season does not augur well. I tell you what, there's been a lot of aggro between the two sets of players, which is quite surprising, really. But it definitely has. I think
there's something he must have said to us, because he was just standing there. He's probably said something.
Yeah, there's been a lot of aggro, some nasty little challenges here and there, which would be surprising when you look at what is at stake. As Mabasa has now earned himself a caution for that.
Let's see what happened there.
There's a trip there on Macbeth Mahlangu, and then some words exchanged, and some dirty looks exchanged, and a yellow card for Tsemofatso Mabasa. So of the 15, it's the 15th time that TS Galaxy have gone behind in a game. They have lost every single game that, well, they've lost 9, I beg your pardon, of the matches that they've gone behind in, drawing 5. They have yet to win a match coming from a goal down. So it doesn't augur well for them. But Pirates, on the other hand, when scoring first this afternoon, that goal by Shandu being the 16th time that Pirates have scored first in the games. They have won every single one of the games in which they've scored first of Pirates. And you see, Telezi will then look to keep a clean sheet to ensure that Pirates maintain that record. This is his 3rd appearance of the season coming off the bench. Now the question is, does Sipho Chain add that as a clean sheet? Though he did not complete the match, the fact is he did not concede a goal. So in theory that should be a clean sheet for him. Now Ngota needs support, trying to go on his own. There's a handball in there, but the referee plays an advantage. Maswanganya, but the referee is going to bring them back. And I think for the handball, very good refereeing from Mr. Joseph Makubo, played the advantage. Well, I think Lamine is claiming that we still had possession there.
Now, this is what happens.
It's a foul there.
Twice.
Yeah, no, but then the referee plays an advantage.
And he plays the advantage.
Yeah. And he decides no advantage has come, but I think Lamine was making the argument that, but come on, we still were in possession there. Why not let the move unfold?
Because that will be interpreted as saying advantage, go on.
So double change being prepared here for Orlando Pirates. Galaxy, we are told, will also make a double change of their own. Keegan Dolly is one of those being prepared to come on. And the other player that will come on is Damir Sofsic. So just under 20 minutes remaining in the game. 20 minutes for Pirates to hold on for what will be win number 19 for the season. And it'll take Pirates up to 58 points, the most since they last won that they would have gathered in a season since they last won the title. Is Mahlambi cramping there, or play continues in the meantime? Kota is in here. Good defending there, and to get a stick a boot in, just get the ball away, stab the ball away.
That's not good enough. Giving away possession so cheaply. Another Pirates.
Yes, Mahlambi. Yeah,
It's cramping.
Yeah, it's cramps, and that's why Telezi is having to help out as the physios come on now. So here comes the double change. Swapsic is on first. Swapsic will be the first on, or in fact no, they want Keegan Dolly to come on first. Swapsic awaits his turn. Tatam Gaga is one of those that's gone off, and Seluleko Mahlambi, who is out there with the cramps, will not be returning. Mahlambi's debut has come to an end. There he is off the stretcher, a 20-year-old who becomes the second in his family to play Premiership football. This is his debut game, emulating his older brother Pagamani Mahlambi. Played for Pickersburg and Mamelodi Sundowns. Now it's a bit of a delay here. Well, Swapsic is eventually allowed to take his place. There you go, then the Pirates making their changes with Tumelo Radiopane. Attacker has come on. The other player who comes on is Thuso Moleleki for his second appearance for the senior team.
Transparency was getting goals and you ran and you found it back with Orlando Pirates. What can you do?
Quarter of an hour remaining. Moleleki has just come on. He's also another one of the players Pirates have signed from Aubert College. It's another. Seen a great deal of Letsoala. He's been kept very quiet, but he's also not exactly been spoiled when it comes to supply.
Yeah, I think for me that's been the concern, that you have him, that's he putting pressure. He's not happy because he wasn't getting the options.
Maswanga is brought down.
They're not helping their cause in terms of trying to equalize. They're committing fouls in their own half, putting themselves under pressure. TS Galaxy.
Time is running out for them. 15 minutes. Swapsic. One course on the Pirates to notch up another victory. Simepe is playing in front of the defense there in the Makaula role, making his fourth appearance. Two of the bench. This is the second starter for Simpiwe Silepe. shot buoyed by that goal that he scored. Chance for Dlamini, try to place it. Didn't really get a lot on it.
We know what he's capable of. It was inviting for him. Attack from the right hand side. Tito becoming the option. In the end, it was Dlamini. Not enough power, but good intentions. Well on the Pirates. Sometimes when you watch Moraz, he's back full of kicks, but a little bit restrained in a way based on the role that he's playing, but so comfortable and confident on the ball.
That actually turns almost into an assist from Relemo Fokeng. Pirates leading chance creator by far. Relemo Fokeng.
The one for big occasions when he needs to step up and do something magical.
Oh, he certainly does. Love the big occasion. Now, still only one goal in it. Can Galaxy get something? Get an equalizer? Spacey gets it away. Hotto. Palace looking to play out through this press by Galaxy. Holding possession again. Keegan Dolly gets a touch onto it there. Selepe intervening. Dolly scrapping for it, but loses out. Dolly, by the way, making what is his 18th appearance of the season, is 9 starts, 9 off the bench. Pirates are going to make another change, and they're going to pull Patrick Maswangange, and he will be replaced by Cameron Danson, who recently made his debut for the senior team. Was in the Pirates. There he is, Cameron Danson, 20 years old. This is his second appearance for the senior team, a former captain of the Diski side. And he makes his second appearance as Pirates continue to show off their young talent. Made his senior debut against Golden Arrows in midweek. He did Danson. Cameron Danson.
It's been a trend that has paid off for the Pirates.
So Panther has had a pretty solid game. He's shielded the defense well. He's played well in that, as I said, stepping into the immense boots of Makethen and Makaula. Chance to fire one in here. Maduna couldn't come from the... Here's a chance. Ooh, snapshot goes wide. Keegan Dolly was Keegan Dolly was that had a crack initially there, Maduna, and then Dolly on his comes and he gets it the second time around. It comes onto his left boot, and well, kicked it exactly in the direction where he was facing. Just 2 goals for Keegan Dolly in this campaign. Galaxy are going to make they're going to make a final change, 5th and final change for TS Galaxy coming up. Well, I can only imagine that Zaimovic is not fully fit, even though he's on the bench, because you are chasing the game. Your top scorer could have been an option, maybe in a situation like this. No, but actually Zaimovic, I beg your pardon, is actually not part of the matchday squad. Now they would certainly have used with his ability and the attention that he draws from fans. Tappy. So this is looking as if it's to be another win for Orlando Pirates. Should I say they are bouncing back to winning ways, Orlando Pirates, after last weekend's disappointment. But this will be their 4th successive win in the Midway Premiership. If they can hold on. They have been since April. Their only blemish there was really that defeat to Marumo Gallants, a shock defeat against Marumo Gallants. And then, of course, most recently was Sekhukhune United, who came here and stole 3 points for the very first time in their history. Managing a win away to Pirates. That's intervention again from Zimpiwe. Zilebe has been a proper axe out there at the back. So here we go. Change for both sides. Walters is the player. Thiago Walters checks in for his first appearance. Thiago Walters then is the last 5th and final change, and Dino van Rijn will be the 5th and final change for Orlando Pirates. Pirates will want to maintain maximum discipline as well. They want to see out. They want to see out this one. Don't want to be conceding late on and dropping points unnecessarily. They want to finish the season in style. I said no more jeopardy for them. They've already wrapped up and sewn up 2nd spot in the CAF Champions League place next season. As for Galaxy, they just want to nail down this top 8 spot. CAF eluded them. It's just about nailing down because after today, this being their final game, they will reach 38 points. I beg your pardon, they will, as things stand, will end on 34 points, which means they can still be hauled in by Polokwane City, Amazulu, and TS Galaxy. Will be the only teams that can. Chance is oh, good stop from the keeper. As I said, TS Galaxy will only be caught by Amazulu, Polokwane City after tonight's or today's rounds of matches, given the fact that Chippa, last we heard, were trailing. They're the only other team that may have had a chance of catching them in, but they would have needed to pick up points this afternoon, and instead they are losing. They were trailing against Cape Town City. Yubani enough to get on the score sheet for what will be his 2nd goal for Orlando Pirates. That referee has signaled something for possession for TS Galaxy.
Still too deep in the own half. Put under pressure by Orlando Pirates. They need to find ways into the Pirate zone. It's getting out of control.
Here we go again.
It is getting out of control.
It's been waiting to blow up this situation. As I said, it's just been a little bit of aggro that's crept into the game for some strange reason. And it's been waiting for somebody to light the fuse. And referee now needs to get a grip on things here.
Credit to both sides.
Good, yeah, showing
The
passion.
response was quite good in terms of neutralizing what could have looked very bad for the game. Credit, I say again, to the for both sides. Listen, this is a nasty challenge.
Yeah, Bogazi, that was completely out of line. I mean, that was unnecessary as well.
Yes.
The ball's going out of play. That was a cynical challenge by Begazeli Mbogazi, the youngster who's been so impressive. Just letting a rush of blood to his head there now. That was totally unnecessary. And
good leadership, CBC as well. Done in the spirit of the game.
what is the ref?
Is he going to be giving some yellow cards? I think he's getting a briefing.
I think he's
getting a briefing in terms of who was the guilty party, what needs to be done, and who needs to be booked, or is it not going to happen? Now he's calling in some players. He's calling some
Well, I
players.
would think that at the very least Mbogazi should be one of those. That
There's
is
no
gonna be
Mbogazi
booked.
there, but there's two TS Galaxy players. And there's Rele Mufuke who's been called as well. He's going to get a booking, I think.
Yeah,
as well.
that's for the handbags there after the
In fact,
challenge.
3 players that he's calling. No, he's calling 2 from TS Galaxy, 1 from Orlando
It
Pirates.
really looks like he will be one of those to be booked. And Rele Mufuke, Pom Velase gets one.
3.
Everyone gets one.
3 TS Galaxy,
Oh.
1 Orlando Pirates, and he's saying,
Pom Velase wants to know why.
well,
So what
even
is
Mufuke is saying, why? What did I do?
Well, the referee would have
Mufuke is
told him
asking, what did
surely.
he do? And
Surely
yes, what did he do? It will be interesting to see it once more.
Well,
to
Rele
hear what he said.
Mufuke, he's been sitting on 3 yellows since before the first derby against Kaizer Chiefs. So he's finally picked up a yellow. Bob Velasa also gets one. Rele Mufuke misses the next match. As I said, he's been on 3 yellows for a while. It's really. Well, if there was a next match, he would miss the next match until. My understanding is that the yellow cards will be cleaned off, and then the red cards carry over to the next season.
I think that's pretty fair for me.
Which means that the Beganovic, who also picked up a 4th yellow, would escape that because even though they have he received a 4th yellow, I should say. But if it is a red, if it were a red, then he would have to serve the suspension at the start of the next season. Free kick goes against Orlando Pirates here. As the seconds tick away now into the minimum of 4 minutes. Added on.
That's plenty of time to get a goal, TS Galaxy. Plenty of time for Pirates to counter once they win possession here. They have some defending to do.
Chippa United, by the way, have drawn level against Marumo Gallants. Gallants had their lead for a while there. And Chippa United, as we have a look at... Oh, TS Galaxy! Looking for a late equalizer of their own, And shot and a miss there from... But who do you think it was? Here they come again. Galaxy banging on the door late on here. Looking for a late equalizer. But the foul goes against them.
Pirates keeper.
Lucien Telezi now goes down.
What happened to him? Ball played into the box. Wasn't engaged until he made that fine save. I'm watching. No. Didn't have any
Didn't have any
collision. He made a good save.
Okay,
Maybe there's a
minor
contact
collision with
there
Masangu.
on his chest. but then he was still full alert. Now he's down.
Frustration there for Letsoalo that he didn't put that one away. What a great chance that was. As Melusi Buthelezi, who has kept a clean sheet in his most recent, in fact, in the first match that he started this season, he kept a clean sheet against Chippa, away to Chippa United. Conceded against the Arrows in the other game that he started as well, which was at the beginning of May. Super chain? I wonder. I don't think he would have been able to come back on. They would have had to go for somebody else in goal. If Buthelezi were not able to carry on. This will be clean sheet number 12 of the season for Orlando Pirates. If they can see it through. Chigindoli is still searching for that equalizer. Letsoalo with a decent ball in here. Chance here, and they've stolen a point! Oh, what a sweepy, beautiful move of Pomvelase. Refuses to celebrate here against his former club. But what a goal and what a time to get it.
The power of not giving up. They believe that it is not over yet. And that's what we are seeing unfolding. The fans of the Orlando Pirates cannot believe it. But the technical team, teammates, everyone going from Velas, of course, a little bit muted in terms of that celebration. Look at Orlando Pirates disjointed in their approach. Ball watching. Bogazi. Ball watching.
Classic box-to-box play by this man, Pomvelase, to get onto the end of that cross from Letsoalo. Give credit, by the way, to Letsoalo. What a cross.
Inviting ball. But the control, well, he still had some work to do as well, because the control needed to be soft. Brought it down, quick thinking, and they get it right.
Caught out by that one there, Bogazi. The beautiful ball over the floated in by Letsoalo from Velasa to finish. What a time to get your first. What a time to get your first goal of the season. And comes in the last match of the season as well for TS Galaxy. So they will avoid, look certain to avoid defeat here. Talk about a smash and grab. Well, they didn't grab, they should grab their share of the points. That's what they've done, and that is to be that. Referee Joseph Makubo blows this one to a finish, and TS Galaxy have smuggled a point out of the Orlando Stadium. This is the first time, this is only the second time they've scored at the Orlando Stadium, TS Galaxy. And they pick up a point here and avoid a home and away defeat to the Buccaneers. Brian Mata, your quick thoughts on there with the game?
You said smash and grab. Let me say it in Zulu. That's exactly what happened here. Lapse of concentration by Orlando Pirates defense, and they got punished. And Pomvelase. But again, it's all in the mindset. They believe that it is not over yet until that final whistle, and they believed in it and they got it right. They equalized. Disappointment for Orlando Pirates. They thought they had it in the bag, but it's never over until the referee says so.
Absolutely, and it's only the second time since the second time that TS Galaxy have avoided defeat against Orlando Pirates away from home. The only other time being the very first match between these two clubs back in 2020. From Velasa, it was that did the smash and grab, and has forced a share of the points here as Mpo Velasa. And wow, what a performance, what a game. What a game, especially the second half. Much improved display from both sides. There you have it. It's finished here on the Pirates 1, TS Galaxy 1.
It is a share of the spoils at the Orlando Stadium, Escotini. Orlando Pirates thinking that they were going to go with the 3 points, but it was not to be, as the TS Galaxy had the final say in this game. Now I am joined by the Betway Premiership Man of the Match, and it is his first accolade for the season, and that is Simphiwe Silepe. Top performance namhlanje. Congratulations.
Ngiyabonga kakhulu namhlanje bekuthi ngisebenzise opportunity abanginike yona and ngizamile nami ngathola man of the match namhlanje. Ngiyabonga kakhulu ku-technical team ye-Orlando Pirates nge-opportunity abanginike yona.
Le position oyidlalayo iposition edlalwa ama-player amakhulu kakhulu when you look at Orlando Pirates. Kuze kanjani ukuthi uzithole ukuthi manje now you are getting more of an opportunity and ukhonile namhlanje ubonisa ukuthi uyakhona?
I think uzimisela from ku-TDC vele. Yeah, ngithemba abangibiza la vele yabo ngaba ready because manje kunama-injury bekumele vele ngifithe fast ngijoyele fast. Yeah.
Asikhulume ngalokho as well ukuthi from DDC ukhona ukuthi ku-first team uthole ithuba lakho and usebenzise.
Eish. Yeah, opportunity enkulu for mina and ngiyajabula ukuthi iyasebenza namhlanje kancane kancane.
And just more on a personal note, this is the first game post the coach Jose Rivero's stint. Ifile kanjani? Did it feel different?
Aish. Yeah, yona sithintile because bese sijwayele yena kakhulu yabo. Ucoach vele ucoach vele othulile uphansi mara kumele sijwayele no coach omusha because asazi ubani ozayo.
Mbonga kakhulu, congratulations. Silepe, of course, getting his first Betway Premiership Man of the Match, joining Orlando Pirates towards the end of the season. I am now joined by his coach, Coach Mandla Ncikazi. Coach, appreciate your time. It's a share of the spoils at home. How did you see the game?
It's disappointing at the end that we were to play a draw, last-minute goal. But I'm thinking we paid the school fees of the continuity, giving the youngsters an opportunity. It's not their fault. I thought we were in control. I thought we had enough chances to win the match. It is what it is. But I think there's so many lessons learned by whoever got an opportunity today. It's a loss in terms of the points, but I don't think the experience that the youngsters have been exposed to was a loss to them. It's just a bitter pill to swallow because you thought it's that minute of the game, but it is what it is.
The fluidity of the game, Coach, there were a lot of stops and starts in this game.
I thought it's the plan of the opponents. When you have ball players like we have in our team, you can see that the target was Mufokeng. That's the one bad part for me, where opponents are not playing the game, but they go for robust tactics to try and deal with such a good player, Mufokeng. But it's okay, we have learned, we move forward, the young players have learned. I hope it continues and then we grow our team. I think we are the youngest team currently in the PSL, so we go on again.
Let's talk about that, Coach. Talking about moving forward, are we going to see more adventure with regards to the playing personnel that you're going to choose, more youngsters coming to the fore?
It's the process in the club. It's the process that was left by the previous coach. It's the route that we are taking. Like I said, I think we are the youngest team in the PSL. Players have got the experience in the CAF. Players have got the experience in the derby, young players. And the future is bright for the club.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you so much.
Coach Mandla Ncikazi as the interim coach of Orlando Pirates. It is a draw here at the Orlando Stadium. I am now joined by the head coach of TS Galaxy, Coach Ednan Beganovic. Coach, appreciate your time. I think first and foremost, let's just talk about the fluidity of the game. It seemed like both teams really struggled to just carry on with the momentum.
Yeah, we expect tough game like we prepare ourselves for this game exactly how Orlando play. But I want to say congratulations to Orlando because Orlando Pirates is a beautiful club, reach semi-finals of Champions League. It's not easy play against Orlando, but I say to my boys, to my players, and all credit I want to give to my players. Before the game, we prepared the game and I say, let's go guys, finish this season how we start. How we start against Sekekune, let's go try to finish. And then I think for us to take 1 point here. It's very important. Also, we improved 3 young players under 21 years. We are brave to put in starting lineup 2 young players. And then that's it vision for us, for our club. It's politics. We need to improve and produce young players. But I think we have a beautiful future with our young players.
Coach, give us a season overview, because there were tough moments in the season, but you really held on. You put this team ahead of a lot of other teams, despite the challenges that you had, whether it was looking at squad depth, the playing personnel, but you really competed.
Yeah, all big games, if we can say big games, we play well. Only we struggle, if we can say that in small games, it equal teams like we are. But I think also when we have a nice field to play football, what we want to present, we play much better, because today we can just show how we train exactly in the same way we want to play this game and all game. We don't afraid. We want to present beautiful football. We want to attack. And you saw from the beginning we stay high, we press high, and then we don't want to allow Orlando to have a ball possession, to create chance. We don't want to sit in the back and just defend the game and wait to finish the game. No, we want to do something always in any game.
And talking about that, Coach, this team is known for improving players. Will that still be the mandate next season, getting players to a different level?
Yeah, obviously we want to keep mostly all the players what we have, except couple players we need to change. Also, we try to make a transfer list and then bring only couple players on crucial position in our game to how we can improve more games. How we want to play. I think we have a space if we just start on the time, but we plan already pre-season for the next season, and then I think we have enough time to prepare ourselves. Obviously, we play top 8 next season. I'm so happy. Club, I think it's happy. This group of the players deserve that. My first season, I am so happy, thankful for everything what I feel this season, but I can't do anything alone, because all credit first of all go to players and then to my technical team.
Thank you, Coach.
And can I say also, I want to congratulations to Mamelodi Sundowns to win this Champions League. Also, beautiful club. Congratulations to the team, to the chairman, to the coach. And that's it. That's it. I want to finish this speech.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you so much.
Well wishes from Coach Ednat Beganovic, wishing Mamelodi Sundowns all the best in their CAF Champions League final, which will be played next week, Saturday. With that said, of course, a lot of praise for Coach Ednat Beganovic with what he was able to achieve with this TS Galaxy side, but also the journey continues then for Coach Manda Nkazi, especially because they had all 3 points and then dropped 2 crucial points here at home in front of their very loyal supporters. When it ends as a 1-1 draw between Orlando Pirates and TS Galaxy, and from myself, Alerato Papo, and the entire team, it is goodbye and take care. All right. Coach, you know the drill.
Let me take this opportunity to wish Mamelodi Sundowns all the best in their final. Currently, they are not only representing themselves, they're representing the country. And we hope they win. They all have our support.
Thank you, Coach. And with regards to the championship, with them winning 8 titles in a row?
Yeah, it's there's no better deserving team currently. We're chasing, but let's give it to them. They've done well, and let them enjoy the moment. Congratulations to them.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Coach, Mamelodi Sundowns made it 8 titles in a row. Massive achievement. Any message for them?
It's amazing success. I want to say congratulations for the amazing success. 8 trophies in a row. It's like a dream. But Mamelodi Sundowns can do that because it's a beautiful club with experienced players, a great coach, and also all Motipe family deserve that because just invest big money in the club and they deserve that. Also, it's great to see one South African club in the final of Champions League, and then I hope so Mamelodi Sundowns can win that Champions, and then we have a success this season, all of us.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you so much.